Shut up! Enough already! The man has only one look, for Christ's sake! They're the same face! Doesn't anyone notice this? I feel like I'm taking crazy pills! I invented the piano key necktie! I invented it! What have you done? Nothing! You've done nothing!
What's up, everybody? And welcome back to another YoJoeJerk toy review. I'm your host, Simon Phoenix, and today we'll be looking at the G.I. Joe Classified Big Love. Let's take a look at the generic box. Everything inside looks good. Box very boring. On this side of the box, more of that generic artwork. On this side of the package, you get the number, the battle stats, the portrait, and the QR code. On the back of the package, we get this fun digital render. G.I. Joe dunks. Basketball action. Legal mush. On the bottom of the box, you get your legal shit and your barcode. Alright, let's get this shit open. I got Ward Cleaver right here. Cut, pop, and the pull-out game. Alright, and here's your quick look. Woo! Alright, let's take a look at this figure. And we're gonna take a look at the head sculpt first, and this one looks great. I like the expression, I like the arched eyebrow action there. Skin tone looks good to me. It's a bummer they didn't give him the classic fro from the movie, but this works for a modern take. Like, I can handle this for a modern take. I think they really dialed the eyes in, though, on this one, so I'm happy with the head sculpt. And let's start down on the feet. He's got these all new kicks. They look really nice. Good texture. The seam lines look good. The laces are really nice. They'd look nicer if they were painted. Got our little Joe symbol there. Little bit of visible tread through there. At the ankles, they kind of move. Not that much range in there. I don't know what they were going for, but it's like a little ball in there. It moves. And there's a little hinge in here, so he gets movement all the way around. So not a lot of range down there, but it does its job. And over here, he's just got freakishly long legs. And unfortunately, his legs are made up of all kinds of different plastic, and it really shows. So you get this dull plastic up here, you get this shiny plastic, and then his knees are like just almost completely a different color. So under the right light, they kind of look really fucking weird. Ignoring that, it looks like an all-new Sculpt to me, down the legs all the way up. He's got a pocket under the holster there. Knees been no problem. I'm not having any issues with moving the knees at all. So over here, he's got this giant knife sheath, lots of texture, lots of detail. The straps on mine were hanging kind of funny, so I think it's gonna be a little bit till I get them right. And then, like I said, on this side, holster, lots of texture. Same thing with both the straps all the way around to the back. There's texture everywhere on this. So up here at the diaper, that looks brand new too, and it wouldn't matter if it's reuse. I mean, it's a fucking diaper. He does have drop down hips in there, but they are hidden by the diaper, but you can see the legs moving. Belt looks good, lots of texture, pockets. It is connected to the knife sheath. Down around the back, more pockets. Back here for storage, we'll see what that is in a bit. His leg can move pretty well with it being connected as well, so no problems with that. Up at the waist, he gets a decent amount of range. Nothing crazy, but he does go around not bad. And then he's got pretty good crunch, so forward, back. Since I have it crunched back all the way, you can see the numbers don't line up, but at least they don't break, so there you go with that. So I took the bandolier off real quick so we could just take take a look at the undershirt and then we'll get to the bandolier. Nice number 14. The crunch isn't so bad on this. Little basketball, little G.I. Joe. Nice color in the collar and around the arms. Here he is with the bandolier. We got a little walkie-talkie up here. Goodbye, Joe Pro. Got some grenades up there. More pouches. Around the back, we got another holster with a niche there. And that fits and looks real good on him. So my little bit of beef here is that the neck peg is very exposed if you tilt his head back. I mean, that's not good. They should have seated the head a little further back. He does get a decent amount of range on this neck. It does go back a little bit. It does go forward. But in the end, it should have been a little deeper. Up at the shoulder, we got a little butterfly action there. It does a pretty good job. I'm pretty sure the arms are reused, but they're good arms. Everything's built solid, double jointed, pinless. He's got his little wristbands. They got texture on them down the trigger finger hands. And the same thing goes for the left arm, except for the band is blue on this one. And before I forget, on the back of the jersey, we got the Sanders, we got the 14. Everything looks good. Next up, we're gonna go over the loadout. So he comes with this big ass dagger. I would almost say it's a machete. We got this little tiny pistol right here. We got this handheld rocket launcher or something. A tiny single grenade. Big old machine gun. We also have this basketball holding hand and this open hand. So first up, we have this tiny grenade and it fits in his hands no problem. Has really good detail on it. It actually feels sturdy and not gummy for once. And it fits into the loop on the belt like so. Boop. Next up, we got this little like rocket firing gun. Not sure if it's a flare gun or it shoots like some kind of grenade, but the sculpting's all there, like all the texture on the handle. Got a port for blast effects. And this is kind of my problem because of the way his wrists are set. This thing is never really gonna look good in his hands. It just looks kind of goofy. The only way to make it look good is like in a quick draw position, and I know it doesn't fire like that. It does holster into the back, no problem. Boop! And there you go, that's how it sits. And here's the tiny pistol, not much detail. It does look new to me though. Does have a port for blast effects, fits in his hands, no problem. And here's the big ass knife. Lots of good paint on there. Lots of texture in the handle. And I also gotta say, it's not really that gummy this time around. Knife does port into the sheath, no problem. Boop! Same thing with the pistolero. Boop! And here he is with his new machine gun. And it's alright, it does not fit in his hands good. Like, you can't put his hand up behind there. And his trigger finger barely makes it in there. I gotta say, it is designed good, looks really nice, has port for blast effects, and this thing is not gummy at all. It's actually pretty hard plastic. And here he is with the basketball playing hands, and now this is stuck in there forever. Fingers aren't too bad. Mine kind of look a little broken until I bent it back. The basketball looks perfect. Textures are on. All the paint is dialed in on this. On the left hand, we just have this kind of open hand, but it works. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. You can have him doing like layup shots. Like, this is fun. I don't need it, but it's fun for the character. And for size comparison, we have him with Road Pig and Serpentor. Next up, we have Sergeant Slaughter and Tunnel Rat. And last up, we have him with Lieutenant Falcon and Darklon. So at the end of the day, and my final thoughts on this figure are, he is a lot of fun. I think there are some genuine misses, like in his neck and in his hair. Also, the plastics in his legs being all different kinds of colors is really fucking off-putting. But besides all that, I think they did a wonderful job on this figure. I like the basketball hands, the loadout is fun, the update is good enough for me, and honestly, Sadly, we never got him in the classic line. It wasn't until way later on down the road that they made him. I ain't got no beef with Big Lob, I like it. And that's all I got this time, people.
I'd like to thank you for stopping by,
And I'll catch you
on the next review.
Holy fuck! That was diabolical!
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.